What's up, you guys? I hope all is well. Man, freaking going crazy today. Must be this void of course moon. You know, when things get kind of heavy, things happen like that in between times, in between poetry by Walt Whitman, in between bars, in between. It said waves, so somebody's must be waving at me. Start off with this love reading. And I just want to say, oh, well, we got one more day. But happy early birthday to Virgo. Happy early birthday to Virgo. Indicate. So maybe somebody's looking for an indicator point. Hope all is well, you guys. Let's see what's in for this love reading. Ooh. Let's see what we got here. At the bottom is your Knight of Cups. So thank you, Spirit, for confidence and strength as well, too. Ooh, you guys. Queen of Pentacles. Somebody is being a leader, not a follower. Again, I see lots of green, you guys. Don't be driven away, look worried. Because I know, like, try not to pay attention to these, like, paid ads, these paid subscriptions, these newspaper articles that was like the old Inquirer back in the day. Just trying to get your information, trying to get your IP address, collecting cookies, collecting information as if humans were just consumer products. Don't pay attention to all this fake money going out, all this counterfeit money going out. They're constantly saying, you're going to get this money, you're going to get this money, and it's not coming, you guys. That machine never shuts off. It's constantly printing out money for the highest authority. But so don't pay attention to that, because that's not for the people, okay? So just a warning there. Take heed to that. When I see this Queen of Pentacles here, and also too, when you're dealing with Pentacles, you're dealing with in that earth element. That's that triangle that's upside down with the line through it. If you don't know, let's kind of understand a little bit better. So I've been doing my research. Okay, so your signs as far as they go, let's move this over here and move this over here a little bit. So you have water, and that's that arrow pointing down. So who is all in your water element? I hope you guys can see that. Okay. So you have Pisces, you have Cancer, and you also have, let's see who else is in water. Let me think about it. Let's just move on. Okay, I'll come to it, back to it. Because you guys, oh, that's that one that always gets me. Scorpio. So here's Earth. Earth is this way. Hope you guys can see this okay. Let me try to move it a little bit closer. So Earth is this way. Earth is those elements that are Capricorn. Also, we have Cappies. We have Virgo. And we also have Taurus within the Earth element. And then we have fire, which Leos, today's last day of Leo's birthdays. Happy birthday, Leos. And Leo, our Sagittarius. And I guess I could do Saggy. That kind of looks like saggy, but it's a long word. Sagittarius. And then what were we on? Fire. So Leo, Sagittarius, and your Aries. And last but not least, we have that air facing that north node, and you also have Libras, okay, Aquas, Aquarius, and our Geminis. So those are how those symbols look. Okay, just kind of pay attention. There's two facing down, two facing up, two that have lines going through it. All right. So anytime you see that Queen of Pentacles, this is a bind between the internal, what goes on the inside, and what goes on the outside. So a lot of times we're trying to fix what's going on the inside, but it makes our appearance kind of seem like it's more ugly because your inside is becoming more beautiful. But a lot of times when we work on that external, we don't feel that as good as we do when we work on the internal. Okay? So, but this is all about mastery, okay? Mastery and self-discipline. It's not necessarily about control, because there are some things that we can't control, like nature. Nature is going to do what nature does. Okay, so you have the Two of Pentacles here. This is somebody who's been multitasking. They're really working hard towards their goals. They want to see themselves successful. Okay. Again, juggling. You might have two ideas that you're working on. Maybe you have an old project and a new project that you're working on. But this is definitely that earth element within those pentacles as well too. Okay? All right. So now you have the Page of Swords. So this is just inviting that beautiful air element into this as well. Okay? So remember, Leo or Virgo is not in the air element. Somebody could be on the cusp as well too. It's kind of like they're slicing through the clouds. They feel like maybe what they're doing right now is not creating any kind of change that they want to see for themselves. They're kind of just running into the waves. The waves are just crashing about them. Okay, which that could just be a typical Monday. Today is Monday, so sometimes Mondays can leave us feeling a little blue. But it seems like it's a good start off to the week as well too. Pay attention to the birds. Again, those sounds that resonate with universe. So a lot of times your feelings, nature reacts to the way that you feel as well too. This person kind of has their head in the clouds right now. They might be doing actually in solitude, might be doing a lot of self-work as well too, or they could work for themselves or work from home as well too. I do see somebody that's close to a place that's close to a lot of wind. Maybe was some kind of natural disaster as well too, so they're up worried about these type of things. This is somebody also who's into the boot life. This could be like where there's a lot of cold weather, a lot of mud, a swampy area, works on a farm, or places that work that requires work boots as well too. But I see some triumphancy here. There's some type of reward coming in, because not all work gets a reward. But again, this is someone who thinks with their mind. They have strong intuition, as you can see with the wings on top of his helmet there. So they're kind of just like flying in the wind right now, trying to see where the universe takes them. And that's really good. I like to see that. But again, I just don't want you to get caught up, in the wind where you just feel like ideas are just blowing around everywhere and it creates chaos in your life. Again, with this Knight of Cups, it's like see you on the ups as well too. And that cups is within that water element. So you do have all the elements here as far as I can see, with the swords, the pentacles, and the Knight of Cups as well too. Okay, so you have the Queen of Pentacles here. This could be a woman who's dealing with a younger man. There might be some kind of like great age difference as well too, and maybe that's why you're juggling. Again, like people are smart in different ways, so you're probably looking for some type of enlightenment on this situation. So let's continue to see what tarot has to say as well too. So when you're dealing with that Knight of Cups, again, it's like inviting that confidence and that strength to come into the picture, okay? Somebody is on their pursuit of happiness, okay? They could, again, be starting, keep your eyes on the prize. They could be starting some new project, something they never learned before with this Fool here, because I see a lot of yellow. You could be dealing with the Aquarius, again, with this Fool card here. It's like you're stepping out, you're on the edge here, you're about to take a leap of faith. You have a flower. This person comes with peace. You're a peaceful person most of the time. It might just be like a lot of hecticness going on, a lot of craziness going on at a time. Whatever this person has in their bag, I feel like, again, it could be some type of a trick, because with the Fool too, you don't ever know what the Fool is going to do, because like it's a Fool's card. And if you are dealing with Aquarius, with this Fool card, a lot of times, please respect their privacy. Okay, you guys, the word purple just came out. So again, I think this could be somebody who has like some kind of collectible. They could have like their great grandfather's, their grandfather's Purple Heart, or their Nobel Peace Prize, or something that the family has really achieved for themselves, but they kind of just got it tucked away because they're trying to do something new with the family and go about a new course as well too. I like seeing the 0 here because it's obsolete. Again, it's something that lasts for infinite. There's so many of those different types of cycles. If you guys are going through some type of grief, try not to get caught up in those cycles. Remember that cycle continues, and some of those things that you feel, there's different steps in that grief cycle, and again, it can happen all over again. So just because you got over some of those feelings doesn't mean that you can't fall back into those same situations again with grief, because God knows that grief lasts a lot longer than sympathy. Okay, so maybe this could be, feel like this is someone who feels like they can't get any sympathy. Okay, this could be an empath as well too. But I feel like this is somebody with some collectibles, like, you know, like those glass roses, like in like those little box of glasses that have like the little the etching or sketching in there. Like sometimes you'll see like an animal inside of it. You know, you wouldn't want to break the glass. This is something that's very precious to you, whatever it may be. This new hobby, this new type of collecting, or whatever you're collecting, this new project that you're starting, this whatever this is that you're multitasking, whatever this is that you're juggling with right now. Again, thank you, Spirit. Let's go on with this love relationship. Let's see. It seems like somebody's like being a mother to somebody. They're waiting for their knight to come in. It's been a long time, and just maybe they feel like they're in on this new project by themselves. Maybe they're looking for some type of friend, you know, to do these type of things with. Okay, so the Lovers card. So the Lovers card is coming in here. So again, this person, there's a lot of love in this relationship, or to me, it feels like someone hasn't made an offer yet, and you're just sitting here waiting. And I feel like maybe you should make the first move, or at least allow that person to tap into those feelings and see, you know, maybe you could go somewhere, start off as friends, go out on that first date, make that first move. Here with the Lovers card, because it is calling in balance, a balance of love, and you know, those feelings, those romantic feelings that you might feel for each other. I do see some blooming going on here. So again, this might be somewhere around harvest time, like you finally like plucked your fruit, and now you'll be able, you know, to enjoy the benefits of that reaping and sowing as well too. It's also inviting the sun in here, so those that are ruled by the sun as well too. But this could be a Leo, because Leos are ruled by the sun as well too. Okay, you guys. But again, you love to see that Lovers card, because again, it's like there's not too many cards in here that like really focus, you know, on the Lovers card as well. With this Fool here as well too, you guys, you have to be able to be vulnerable in love as well too, This is someone who has like a lot of sensuality. Also too, like that sensuality can turn into like actual sexual freedom. So if you're out there and you're having tons and tons of sex, but at the same time you're living a single life, you know, that's your choice. But just kind of be careful with that as well too. Because if someone like really respects their privacy, they might not be into all that, the heavy sexing and really just they get their own sensuality from themselves. Not saying somebody's out there just, romanticizing themselves or having a lot of self pleasure or anything like that. But again, respecting people's boundaries that have already been set forth. And I know that's difficult sometimes when you meet somebody for the first time as well too. I'm just reading what the cards say. This reading is general, so please only take what resonates with you. But I do see passion here. Whatever this new task, this new hobby is, you're very passionate about. Again, you have a lot of learning. It's something that you just beginning, something that you just started. Okay? It's like something that's not going to come to an end. It's something that you're going to fall in love with, and you're going to stay and you're going to continue at it. Okay, like this person here is like kind of closed-minded to the other things, like what the world has to offer, because they already had their 3 cups sitting in front of them. This is a 4 of cups as well too. So again, anytime you see that number 4, this is somebody who has a solid foundation. They have stability. They don't want somebody coming in and ruining what they have. And also too, when you see the number 4, you could be dealing with the Cancer. But again, I just said that Cancer is within that water element within the cups, okay? But the number 4 here also is saying this person is dedicated to home. They're loyal, they're patient, they're organized, but they're also strict as well too. So you have to realize that they're very strong-minded as well too. This could also be somebody who's into like astral projection. So a lot of times what happens with that astral projection, you have to be alone. You have to be in a safe place. So this person's place is really their place of sacredness, but also their place of security. This is where they feel safe, and they don't want to allow anybody into their sacred space as well too. Okay, so but it's better to go with the tried and true wisdom. Okay, they might also have some rational energy of consistency. Okay, this is from numerology.com. That's quote unquote. So again, this is a person that has strong mentality, a life of service, and content with it. Okay, stability. We just said that. They're into long-lasting relationships, jobs, and friendship. So again, like new things might make them nervous. So that's probably why they're multitasking and they're juggling right now with that 2 of Pentacles as well too. This person goes by quote unquote concrete thinking. Therefore, there's not much room for new perspectives. And again, we'll have to respect that. But, and again, if you're an older person and you're dating somebody who's younger, don't try to use your age against that person, because again, they could have a lot to offer. Remember, life ages some of us more than others as well too. So 2 more cards came out. There is some wishful thinking here when it comes to lovers. I feel like you really have somebody in mind, whether you talk to this person or not. I don't think any communication has came in. It's kind of slow moving. You might just be taking your time with this person right now, and that's all right. I just don't want you to miss out on opportunity because you're kind of being stubborn or you're set in your ways. And if you're starting new projects, okay, it might be a little bit too heavy to move forward in a new relationship right now. Okay, so we can have relationships with persons, places, and things as well too. All right, and as soon as we said that world, so okay, but I feel like when it said world, it's like this person here, the younger person, kind of feels like they've been searching the whole world for somebody like you, but you won't allow them in. You just won't allow it in, whether it's been heartbreak or grief. Again, with those cycles, I feel like it has to do with grief as well too. And maybe you feel like you'll be grieving that person if you allow this person to come in to your life as well too. But there is going to be a tired fucking moment. And with this Two of Pentacles here, that means you're going to have a decision to make. Is this person worth it? Are you going to sacrifice your feelings of vulnerability to find, lasting happiness? Is it going to be lasting? Are you just worried about these type of things? Are you doing a gut check? Are you checking with spirit and see if this is the right path that you're on? You could also be too with this Lovers card. You could be questioning that twin flame journey as well too. I do see like somebody is on their twin flame journey. If they're not with their twin flame, they just don't want to be with anybody else. But for some reasons, they're just not with their twin flame at this point. Okay, but you will have your tower fucking moment here. Okay, don't forget who wears the crown. Okay, it's not always about who wears the pants. So at the bottom here, there's that love, lust, and luck as well too. Like somebody has faced some loss. Somebody has faced things that have struck in their confidence. Again, like that's why they have that concrete thinking. Okay, they don't want to find themselves in this dangerous situation with this tower. They don't want to feel betrayed as well too. Okay, it's really about trusting yourself and having your own resources, and you don't want anything to threaten something that you worked so hard to protect and keep people out of your house and home, and for your own livelihood. You feel that way. Okay, so that does clarify how this person feels. Again, this could be your energy or your partner's energy as well too. At the bottom, you have the 8 of Swords in reverse. So this is like dealing with the lower polarity of the Ace of Swords. Remember that anytime you see the swords, it's dealing with that air element, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra as well too. And again, those signs need a lot of solitude, and you have to respect them, because it's not nothing against you. But what happens is, if they don't have that time to reset, if they don't have that time for healing, it just makes it worse, and their anxiety just builds. And you don't want that anxiety to build, because sometimes that high anxiety is really hard to come back down from. Once you get that ball rolling, it's really hard to come back down from that. Okay, so really balancing those highs and lows. But I do see it upside down, like the swords are about to all fall out. Like they're coming out. Like all those times you feel like, things have been poking at you for a while now, and like get a move on it, and you like start doing getting out there and being lovable, because you are loved. And that's what it's saying here. At the bottom of that is justice. I might just have my deck upside down. So you guys will find your justice in this situation, but it's all about balancing those scales as well too. So I'll just leave that here, because even though this is the 8 of Swords, or your 8 of Spades, if you want to say, it's just like, again, thinking about things. If this was Spades and Cartomancy, this would be justice too. So there's double justice here. So it's not just dealing with justice, on your behalf, but justice for this person as well too. So you're not just considering your feelings, you're considering that next person's feelings. Is this good for the cosmos? Is this good for the universe that these two people come together? Does universe agree? Because everything's not going to happen overnight. Okay, so that would be nice if everything just happened at once. But we know that most of the time it's not instantaneously, that we have to work hard for it to happen. But there are some things that are freely given to us. And so if these opportunities do come knocking, it's really your choice if you want to answer that door or not. So you guys, again, you will have that tower fucking moment. Universe, realize you have been through some terrible shit. And this is why you are the way that you are. Okay, so again, this person could just be woke. They're not really into that. What they can do, what they can offer to Earth, what can they offer to universe, what can they offer to God, what can they offer to their ascended masters, what can they offer to their ancestors, what can they offer? That's what it's about for themselves. But again, you guys, you can't do it alone, and you're not ever alone, really. Even though you might feel like you're alone, you're not really ever alone. Okay, it's just sometimes, again, that high anxiety, it's hard to come back down from that sometimes. So again, respecting people's space, respecting their boundaries, respecting their mind, respecting their thoughts as well too. Let's pull out some moon messages and see if we're kind of like on the right track or not. So sometimes we just got to get all the cards out there and see what's going on. Okay, this could be a person who's just like into business and like they're just into business and not really into anything else. They're into themselves, what they got going on for themselves and what they got. But you have the Lovers card here. So again, this is like universe saying, hello. You know, maybe saying hello for the very first time. Because as human beings, you know, it's nice to have that companionship. Okay, these people are both naked. So maybe this is somebody who's very insecure about their body and they don't want to share their body with someone else that they love. Or they might feel like that person's kind of judgmental. So if you are dealing with somebody like that, you know, kind of, again, being considerate of how they might feel. So maybe the first time they take their clothes off, you know, they're kind of covering their chest. But in a way, like women do that because they're insecure about their bodies. Now, as far as men go, men would rather you not do that because it turns them on more if you don't cover yourself, if you be entirely open to receiving their love. And again, with that love making. All right. So just saying, they're both divine, whether it's masculine or feminine. Because even though, like from the beginning of time, because I see this snake wrapped around a tree and it might be an apple. Okay. So even though God took the rib out of Adam and put it in Eve, man came first. But now it's women who have men. So again, like the universe has its own way of thinking, but in a way it kind of justifies certain things in a situation. So you have to look at it from both sides. And again, with like Libra, you will deal with that. If you're dealing with this air sign with these swords here, you do have some cups on the table. You have an Aquarius card on the table. You have that water element, that beautiful water element. Again, this is somebody who kind of got their arms crossed. They're kind of closed-minded to see what's behind the curtain at this time. Okay? Ooh, that card just flew. It's not in the upright, so I'm not going to take it. I'll only pick up the cards off the floor if it's in the upright. Because, again, like sometimes like the cards will just push other cards out the way, and those messages won't be for you. So it's just making sure that you don't got that card. All right. So Moon's taking its time to come out, you guys. All right. Let's see what we have. Moon messages. Moon messages. Thank you, Spirit. Turn the cards this way. I might be going too fast. There we go. It says, what do you need to release, you guys? So what do you need to release? It looks like somebody does need some type of sexual healing here. Or, you know, some type of spiritual healing as well as spiritual feeling. Like they need to receive that spiritual healing, that spiritual feeling before they can release any type of feelings of romantic love, before they can release any of the... Girl, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. Yes, a nice release. Okay, so it says luck is on your side. I do see that nice the new moon in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is those birthdays who 11/22 to 12/21. Okay, I feel like this person is like really smart. They have like a lot of like new ideas. They're an innovator. Again, like with innovation and things like that. So that crescent moon, we will have that new moon by the 27th. And Spirit Speaker just said herself. So this is somebody who's just really themselves, herself. Okay, this could also be someone who has more feminine energy as well too. And I just think it's just so beautiful. Just remember that in this world that there are bad people, and that those bad people need to realize that there's good people too. Okay, so those good people, we think a lot of times those good people are weak because we don't find too many of those good people, but it's actually the total opposite of that. Okay, So if those good people, if the bad people don't start connecting with these good people and start exchanging some of those really good vibes and stuff, they're gonna ascend badly. They're gonna ascend horribly because, again, like, people think good people are weak, but they are indeed very strong. Okay, you don't act like you don't have a heart. That's not a way. If you do have a big heart, you don't act like you don't have a heart. It just doesn't work that way. Because a lot of times what happens, we'll say, we don't give a fuck. We don't care. I don't give a damn. But in all actuality, you really care. You really actually do care. But now, do you care about sharing those feelings with somebody else? You feel like you don't have to. This could be somebody who's, blogs, is a blogger. This is someone who, like, maybe writes articles. This could be somebody who does write a lot. Or they put their feelings, they pour their feelings into art. Okay, film, things of such, Again, why is this tower here? Let's find out what this tower fucking moment is all about. I really think you're going to run into this person and it's going to increase felicity, okay? Again, if you're on that twin flame journey, you got to find your balance. You got to find your serenity, okay? Don't be illusional. Don't fall into deception. And I think that's what you're really worried about. Like, you've been deceived too many times with this justice card here. Okay, so it might just take a little bit of moderation and time. But that end of that rough cycle approaches. So I do feel like you're going to be able to get over yourself in a way. I'll try to be as nice as possible. I just don't want you to miss out on this new love or this returning love. Again, it's like you feel melted. Like, start doing some exercises where, like, honey, you're just like watching the ice melt inside the cup to get that cup of water. And it's like, okay, so that's good. Maybe you've been waiting for too long. You've been waiting long enough. Okay, maybe you've been waiting for somebody, and it's just crazy how, see, it says communication is key, is the overall energy. And it's like, we will literally, like, put ourselves into a bad vibe. We'll, like, literally put ourselves into this place. Like, it's so horrible because we can't stop thinking about somebody. So what if this person feels this way about you? Maybe they can't stop thinking about you, but they just don't know how to approach you because you're so ornery, or you're, again, you got that strong mentality. Your heart is well guarded. Again, that's what I see here in the cards today. Let's pull some numbers. Let's see what Gypsy Witch has to say as well, too. That's why I like thanking Spirit, because it's like every day you expect like a certain type of reading, but then it's like the reading just comes out like in a way that you didn't ever think it is unexpected. So again, that's how blessings come too. There are unexpected blessings as well too. That's why they feel so good when they do happen. We always have to constantly make things happen for ourselves. You guys, I'm going to read those 3 cards at the bottom of here. It's like, okay, Saved by the Bell. That's what I feel like. Somebody Saved by the Bell. Maybe you were out on a horrible date and you had to like have somebody call you and say, hey, I need you to come home ASAP or whatever. And that's the type of person that you are, because you're not really up to being sociable. You're not really up to dating right now. Again, you're not taking this offering here with this 4 of Cups. You guys, there's some type of insecurity here. You got your arms closed. You're not hearing it really. You're holding your coin like this is your money. You made this money. This is yours. And again, like, okay, so you want that person to be like on the same level as you. Like, your bank accounts have to match. Your attraction almost has to match. But please, like, attraction's a little bit different than true love, okay? Because again, that thing about those 3 swords, that loss, love, luck, lust, and all those things as well too. With this 3 of Swords as well too, you guys, it's moving beyond sorrow and really understanding those feelings as well too. But I do see that beautiful fire element. We just went over who's in the fire element, so I hope you guys remember. And please check your sun, moon, and rising. All right, so the flames are burning here. They're getting going. Some campfire, maybe some dates, sitting at the fireplace. You guys too, if y'all are trying to do some healing too, I just found a new recipe on Herbs of Ra. What happens is you take some white tea and you put it in a tea kettle and you set it outside, so now you can boil tea and stuff like that. You can make hot tea that way. But the sun also cooks tea as well too. So he had this beautiful tea kettle outside, and he add just a little bit of red wine. So red wine is like Merlot, Cabernet. You might even want to use a nice blush, but just a little bit, you guys. Don't be like, having Cookie Monster jump inside the dishwasher with 2 shots of vodka. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you guys have 52. And I'm looking at this like this person could be 52. It says the moon. So again, this person has dealt with some betrayal, but they said there's a good omen here. And it predicts fortune as well too. So maybe this new project, this new venture kicks off, and it's going to, currently like create some type of money, some type of extra money in your pocket, a side hustle, something. You might even be into like crafting or arts, and now you're finally getting to sell your artwork, or you finally get to sell like some of your writings, your articles, like the magazine wants you. Okay, so when distant, it's exposure of your secrets. So I do feel like a lot of secrets are coming out in this reading as well too. We're actually doing some self-work here. We're looking at ourselves in the mirror and we're saying to ourselves, okay, hey, you are good enough. You're lovable. You can get this chance with somebody regardless of what they look like and get to know them. Okay. So again, like this could be a huge age difference. When I do see that 5, this is a family person. This is probably somebody who's a provider as well too. It's like the number after 4. So again, but that solid foundation, like they're the center of their family. Like they've really been the rock, the glue, everything that holds everything together. With this beautiful crescent moon here as well too, you guys. And then also that 2. So again, anytime you see 2, it's like inviting that togetherness, that partnership, 2 people coming together in union. But again, this could have been somebody that has some type of a heartbreak, but there is some type of betrayal here, because anytime you see that moon, it illuminates that situation. It brings light into that situation. It's just better with the sun card, but we do have this beautiful sun here in the Lovers card, and here in the Fool's card, it could be the sun or it could be the moon, but you just have to use your own imagination. Again, I feel like this is someone who's escapes to nature. They could be into hiking. Maybe that person that you're about to become involved with is not a big time nature person. You really have to drag them out the door and see if they like to do outdoor activities, when indeed they're just like, again, they just like their solitude, and they want to be in their room, in their own private space. They want to be on their computer. They're into the virtual. Maybe they're a gamer, you guys. But again, it's like respecting their boundaries. Do you enjoy this person's company or not? And you guys don't have to rush into things, okay? But something's going to happen here. Something big is going to happen here with this Tower moment. Whether it's a realization of your own self or realization about this person, this next person. So, okay, so maybe this person is 35 and this other person is 52. So maybe there is like some huge age difference here. But I also feel like this person is very intuitive as well too. They're just not into the fakeness. It has to be real. And then here is saying the tree, good health. Near flowers, we're just talking about all these things of prosperity. And it says the fulfillment of highest hopes. So don't feel bad here because you only have your 9 of Cups and it's wishful thinking, because you're going to have your highest hopes. And you guys, I didn't really explain highest hopes again, because like a lot of times we'll set ourselves up to those high hopes, but there's just some things that we can't control. Okay, so maybe your life's not where you thought it was going to be 50 years ago, but maybe it's better than what it was. And there's a lot of things you probably didn't see along the way. Even though you have probably been doing good, you're on the right path, on the right spiritual path. You have the solid foundations, you have stability. So you made something out of what life thrown you. Okay, now it's just a moment in time. If you feel like you realize, if you even want to share those type of things with somebody. So this could be somebody who's 52 and they're getting close to retirement. So now they're starting to think, do I want to grow old? Do I want to grow old by myself, or do I want to grow old with somebody? 2 is a lot of times that representative of that number for soulmate, a soul partner. Okay? You just don't want to get caught up in those karmic situations because you've been there, done that. That's not you anymore. So that tree again, this person, I feel like they like to be outside. Okay? I feel like they're in a place where it's kind of warm a lot. They could be in our southern hemisphere. So, like, right now to them is like, when we get closer to winter, they get closer to summertime. So you guys might be like really far away from each other, but y'all are going to be moving closer together. Like one person is going to come closer to the other one. And I do feel like somebody is close. They're almost there. They're about to be like knocking at your door, like literally trying to bang the door down to get to you because they want to see you. They want to be with you. But again, they just kind of got their hands up because they're like, oh, should I take this opportunity? Because I don't want to face rejection. And you're probably like, I've dealt with enough rejection either, and I don't want to ever deal with those feelings again. Okay, but it's totally up to you. So again, like, here she comes, that lady in red. And then like in that matrix, like doesn't like Neo get like thrown off by this lady that walks in the red? Okay, so this is probably what you feel like. Maybe you fell for the same type too many times, and maybe this person reminds you of the type of person, like you always fall for their type. So maybe you're just kind of like, okay, this is like a very big spiritual, emotional overflow right now. Okay, and this person could be very sexually attractive because it says, okay, this is all about a lady's fortune. We started off with that Queen of Pentacles. So I do feel like the woman could be older and the man could be younger. And that's how I feel here. But this is somebody who's getting their fortune told. So I mentioned fortune a lot. So there's some fortune coming in. And we should have known that with that Queen of Pentacles. Because Queen of Pentacles is like a woman who has their stuff together. She's a queen. She has her coins together. She makes her own money. She doesn't need a man's money. Okay, she's like a mama bear. All right? So you guys, it looks good to me. The readings already went into 42 minutes. It's just a daily reading, so only take what resonates with you. But I hope you enjoyed this reading and we touch bases with some of the things that's going on. If you have any questions, you can always drop a comment in the comment section, or you can book a reading. It's only $20.22, and you get about just as much time as we do on the daily love readings. But again, it just gets a little bit more personal, you guys. But again, great magnetism. I love seeing people doing their own thing and see what, they can create within the world themselves. I think it's beautiful when I find that. So I wish you guys lots of prosperity. I hope that fortune comes in with you soon. Again, don't pay attention to some of those sell ads and those prescriptions. So that's what happens. Like a lot of time with advertisement, it always makes you feel like you need more and more and more. But this person is kind of humble. They're kind of, they like what they got, and they're like, they don't really ask for extra. But again, you guys are good. So, just kind of sharing on that good vibe, synergy, and feeling as well too. All right. So have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Libra's videos are up. Virgo's video is up. Leo's video is up for the monthly love reading as well too. So probably what I'll do later on, I'm going to do Sagittarius, and I'll try to do as many astrological houses as I can until I'm finished, because guys, there's 31 days in this month and we're about to roll out September. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, love.